making changes to adapt to a better and brighter future. Because every year as we go, I always like to say, or it can be just another year, or in reality, it's going to be a year where you're going to see growth and you can reach new heights. So today, I'm truly excited to be able to host the Getting Started workshop, because the 5 success steps to building a stable and lasting business is one of the most important things that we have here at PM International. Obviously, the screen that you're seeing right now is also for you to visualize that if you want to reach new heights, you have to get started, and the time is now. So with that being said, I want to introduce our special guest speakers today. And I know you know them already, but it's an honor to always see their passion for PM International. And I know that Richard is going to sing tonight his favorite song for PM International. So I'm excited for that one as well. But with that being said, without further ado, I want to introduce our speakers for tonight, Etham and Richard Lee, our incredible silver presidents, which is part of what we have here at PM International and what we always preach about having a family-owned business, and that you can create a generational wealth here with your family, with your sons, and that is what this is all about. So with that being said, welcome to the call, Etham and Richard. We're happy to hear from you, and we're excited for what you bring to the table so we can reach new heights together.
Thank you, Denzel, for the awesome introductions. We are just as excited to be here again to have this opportunity to speak to everyone. Again, my name is Richard Lee. My name is Richard Lee from New Jersey, and I've been in PM for just over a year and a half at this point, and I am very proud to hold the position of a Silver President's team. I just want to kind of give you a background story. Before Fitline, due to my lack of exercise and terrible diet, I found myself gaining weight, but more importantly, I felt very lethargic. I would constantly feel just a lack of energy and just kind of trotting through the day. After taking the optimal set of Active Eyes, Power Cocktail, and the Restorate, I found myself my general energy levels drastically improved, and I was able to be more productive in my daily work life, which was a godsend to me. Not only that, I felt more awake when I opened my eyes in the morning, and I was just quite amazed at my overall sense of well-being. Before that, I also used to take 2 to 3 cups of coffee, so I stopped my reliance on that as well. And with all this going on in my life, how could I not talk to my one and only brother about this life-changing assortment of products? Etham?
Yep. Thanks, Richie. And hello, my name is Etham Lee, and I'm here on the South Shore area of Boston. So I'm not in Jersey with my brother. And I am proud to hold
I think he got disconnected. He's just trying to get himself back in now. Denzel, you are muted right now.
Oh, I was talking the whole time. I'm so sorry. I was saying, give us 1 second. We're actually live. And as you guys know, the technology is incredibly amazing, but it also has its errors each once in a while. Well, that gives us the opportunity to keep on sharing the link so we can have more people connected on tonight. So we're excited to hear from you both. Just give us 1 more second. He'll be connecting here shortly. And that way we can get everything started.
These new updates, let me see what's happening right now. Okay, he is going to be on any second now. Just 1 minute. Okay. So, Denzel, if you want to just, do you have the presentation in front of you?
Yes.
PowerPoint?
See here that way. I was just opening it up. That way you can get started. And
so we'll have Itam pretty much talk about his journey with PM when he gets back. But I'll just start by talking about how PM and Fitline really helped and transformed our family. I don't want to say structure, but how it helped us in many ways. So essentially, like I mentioned before, the health, that comes first and foremost, right? It really not only improved my health in the sense of giving me energy and more productivity throughout the day, it's really helped everyone in my family, essentially. My brother will kind of get into how it's helped him specifically, but overall, as we can imagine, just taking the products itself and the products really selling themselves, it's helped us all in different but very substantial ways. And also with that, naturally getting into the business aspect of things, it's given us a very amazing source of income, that flexibility that we all strive for and want in our lives. So just from a stress standpoint, the flexibility to do more just with the extra source of income, it's given us the ease of concerns with all our finances. And also we were able to pretty much get more enjoyment out of life, have more positive conversations, positive, just enjoying everything that life has to offer. And thirdly, the traveling. The PM business has given us more reasons and opportunities to get together and go on vacations together. Now, before PM, with my brother being in Boston, we were not able to meet often, let alone go on vacations together. But my brother, I mean, he's heard this a few times, but since he's not here, I'll just give it a little more emphasis on this. But you know, when we were younger, I used to want to hang out with him every chance I had. But now I wouldn't nearly care as much if he's there or not. But what's changed a lot is what I do care about is the fact that his two children, my niece and nephew, I want to be around them, holding them, just doing everything with them as much as I can. And the fact that the PM opportunity has given us the ability to go on all these family trips together, that's been one of the most grateful godsends I could imagine. And so with all the incentive trips and all our personal family trips, just this past 6 months alone, we went on 3 trips. Florida first and foremost, and then we went to California, and most recently we all went to Las Vegas together for the National Congress. All right, and if you want to go to the next slide. So to really get to the meat and bones of how we all got started into the business. So as you can see in the picture over there, that is not our whole family. I also have a younger sister and a brother-in-law. But my mother is actually the genesis of our family business. I was actually introduced to the Fitline products from my very own mother, who took the leap of faith and started taking their products herself, first and foremost. So during that time, she was actually going through some health concerns and issues at the time. And based off all the positive sentiments that she's heard from her friends, she just went ahead and decided to try the products. So lo and behold, her health drastically improved. And at that point, after feeling all those drastic improvements, at this point, it wasn't just a suggestion for the rest of the family, including me. It became more of like an executive order when she started putting all the products in front of our faces. Here, this is not an option. Just start taking the products, period. And mother knows best. So After seeing my mother getting better from the products, we were very grateful for the results that my mother had, and we saw ourselves getting better. And naturally, in doing so, we started recommending these products to our own inner circles, not only just family, but also our friends and our loved ones. And I realized that I was actually operating the business side of things without even knowing it. So it organically grew itself into a business opportunity. So I think that was one of the key important factors, which is going to lead to number one. The core of our business is in the products, right? The stories and narratives of people seeing the great benefits of taking these Fitline products is what helped us where we are right now in the business. Essentially, the products literally sell themselves, and this goes to show that you have to really create your story, be the products of the products. That initial story of how I came to be in this business and how my family started getting into this business is one of the more core competencies of where we are at this point. So Itam, oh, you're here back. If you
Hey,
want to just give everybody an intro to how you got started into this, or what made you most excited about the business.
surely. Apologize about the quick escape there. The computer just crashed on me, so I had to open up a different one. But the show must go on, right? Um, so, before I got cut off, my name is Eaton Lee, and I'm here in the South Shore area of Boston, and I'm proud to hold the title of the Silver President's Team with PM International. And my journey with PM ultimately started, like many others, with health needs. And thankfully, I don't have many ailments that I suffer from, but before PM, I did suffer from something most people I know do, and suffer from stress, right? A good year and a half ago, I had trouble sleeping due to the many stressors in life, and I started to develop a little bit of a habit from this, and I started to end my night with a little bit of wine. It started off with a glass before I went to bed, but it started to slowly turn into two glasses, slowly crept into three, and now I didn't develop a dependency to alcohol, but I would have called it a really bad habit. And as we all know from the studies shown, going to sleep with alcohol is not very conducive to a good night's sleep and good night's rest. I kept tossing and turning, waking up at night. Now I tried everything such as waking up earlier, exercising, meditation, peace, anything that said would help. I tried, and the insomnia was just really affecting my health. And this is something that I suffered for months. Sleep, folks. I didn't realize how important it was to your health. And I saw myself slowly getting more fatigued than ever before. And just like my brother, I saw myself gaining weight from the drinking, the lack of sleep. I was just not heading in the right direction. And that's when my mother also, just like Richard, introduced me to Restorate. And as you know, Restorate gives you that right supply of minerals and trace elements. That's perfect nightcap. And I found myself able to sleep without reaching for that glass of wine anymore. That slowly became a ritual for me. And I've had a much deeper sleep. I felt like I haven't slept in a while. And starting with that Restorate product, I've developed a love for the products, right? I'm a very skeptical person at heart. But when I saw the efficacy with one product, it just opened my eyes to the next, to the next. Now I have Active Eyes in my regimen, Power Cocktail. And, with the more products that introduced to my regimen, the huge difference I felt in my life. It's been a little bit over a year since I've embarked on my PM journey. I'm very fortunate to go down this journey with my family. And with that kind of ties into this first key to success that, I'll get into. And it's really knowing your why. Why are you here? Why are you sitting here tonight listening to us? Right? We all have our reasons for being here, right? We want you to create your story to be the backbone of your business. As you can see from the story of my mother, my brother, and myself, we have our own individual attraction and motivation to get us involved in the business. And so the first step is to really be an ambassador and be a product of the product. You have to be 100% genuine. You know, I can't stress this enough. If you don't get this down, and if you don't have your why, right, your business will fail. Be genuine. People will see right through you. You really need to establish your story, your why in your PM journey, right? Our group members are crystal clear with their why, right? Whether it be health or financial reasons, there's really no right or wrong with your story, right? It's exactly that. It's your story. Just help others realize how PM can help create them in their lives, right? With this strong why as our driving force, our group has been trained to approach everybody with the mindset of really helping and just showing people our products, right? So it's less of a sales opportunity, but embarking as ambassadors of our amazing products and just showing everybody the wonderful products and company that we have and represent. And I said before, creating your story and having your story will be the backbone of your business. And so we just have some questions here to help you create your story, right? I was excited to share the FitLine products with others because how did the products affect your life? I was attracted to the business because what do I see for myself and my family, right? What do you want to accomplish with this business? It's also powerful to share other people's stories of people in your group and the benefits your group has gotten from our products. If you just started out in the business, ask around, network out into your group, find out how our products are helping others around you, right? As you grow and your group grows, you will hear many wonderful stories of how people are benefiting from our products. This is truly one of the best parts about the business, I feel. So not only using your own story, but using other stories to help connect with your prospects, right? Don't let people start the business before they really see the true value of our products. Once they decide on sign up, we start to guide our new team partners on all of our other products and have them educate themselves on our other key products. And so next slide. Now, armed with this kind of real true belief on why you want to start this business, right? The second key to success is going to be the contact list. Right? The second key to success is creating your contact list, folks. We are in a people-to-people business. This business model doesn't work if there's no contact with other people, right? I mean, you're not going to be sharing the products with yourself, right? So I get that this next step may seem like it's really not necessary. I've been there, right? But trust me, you'll be amazed on just taking simple action as writing out your contact list will help propel your business. For some, this may really be stepping out of your comfort zone. And even for the seasoned marketer, right? This is a very difficult task, but this will create so many bridges and connections that you didn't realize you had as you build out your list. So first things first, list out your contacts. Think, who would benefit from the products? Who would benefit from the business? Write them all down. Sort your list. One of the more important aspects of this is that you shouldn't have any predispositions on anybody. Family, friends, work, classmates, social circles. Write them all down. Once you start really getting into building your list, you'll be amazed at how this will really jog your memory and see how many people you have to actually reach out to. Now, after you have your list, now we have our next step, and that's taking action, right? Making the appointment. Still on the previous slide. And so for this step on making that appointment, keep it simple, right? When you reach out to your prospects, just create curiosity. I have something I want to share with you. I can't show you over the phone. It just doesn't do it justice, right? Folks, can you honestly put into words or describe what that initial rush of active eyes does to you, right? That niacin rush, right? Hearing warm, tingling rush over the phone versus actually trying the product and actually feeling that boost of energy, that warm rush, it's very different. So just keep it short and simple in the beginning. Also, when you do contact your prospect, give a quick compliment. Why them, right? It doesn't hurt to butter people up, right? This is a very important one, as one of the benefits of being in our position is that we can choose who we want to work with. I think Richard used this on me when he was first kind of approaching me about the business, right? Saying how he respected me and there's nobody else in the world that he would work with, and how my great personality would be a great fit for this, right? Folks, he's my sponsor now, right? It works, right? And so just, why that? Quick compliment. And then also, next tip is like closing that appointment, right? So a good tip I have for you as you close on a meeting date and time is do not leave it as an open-ended, like what works best for you, right? Don't leave it hanging, right? You just want to give your prospects just like 2 options, right? So, for example, what would work best? Weekday or weekend? Awesome. Morning or afternoon? 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right? Leaving an open-ended question gives the other person an out, and giving your prospect just 2 options, and those 2 option kind of question answers help drive to close that date and time. This is a very powerful shift on how you may ask a question, but trust me, this method works. And another thing too is I like to keep realistic expectations for our group members. I would love to tell them that, once you start this business, that you'll have a high conversion rate. Everyone's going to say yes to everything. But the reality of things is that you will hear a few no's, right? Help your team set realistic expectations, right? I want to share with the group a powerful statement that I heard when I first started my journey in marketing, right? And that still resonates with me. This is something that I could not relate to when I was so new and green in the industry. And I heard that the no's are not really no's, but are actually not nows, right? Just keep a separate list of those folks that say that initial no to you and circle back to them later. With my experience in the industry, it's all about timing. Now, for myself, if I didn't have a need for better health, for that sleep, right? Who knows? If I would have been attracted to PM, right? If I didn't go through my troubles, I might have gotten that packet of Restorate and it would have just like sat in my pantry for months, and I just didn't have a need for it, right? Somebody may think that they are okay financially right now, but who knows what tomorrow may bring for them, right? I just heard a mind-blowing statistic the other day. It's like something around like 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, right? And you never know what or when that person may have a need, right? It's all about timing, folks, right? And so, as we have this in mind too, when we have building out our contact list and making that first step to make that appointment, that'll lead us to our 3rd key for success, which is the appointment itself. And Richard is one of the best in the business with this appointment, and I'll hand it back to you, Rich.
All right. So the 3rd key, the appointment. So I can't stress enough the importance of these face-to-face meetings. Not only having, after build out the contact list, but having the whys, but also you really need to equip yourself with the knowledge of the products and what each product can do for you, right? So this knowledge is going to equip you along with your why in conveying all this information and knowledge into the other prospect. So essentially, these face-to-face meetings are the perfect opportunity to express to the prospect of why and what has brought you yourself into the business. Pretty much, this is your time to start engaging with your prospect, what their current wants and longings are. So essentially, you're trying to pull out the why in them during this conversation, right? And in doing so, you're essentially expressing to them what got you into the business. If you do that, obviously that's going to have them really think about, in terms of their lives, what it can do for them. So for me, during this engagement, you can use this powerful tool that PM has provided for us in the Activize. So Etam was talking about the nice and flush and the immediate effects that the Activize truly conveys almost instantaneously. I feel like that truly substantiated all the conversations and stories that we have, that we shared, and it brings a level of more of trust and intrigue in the individual, not only based on your story, but also the products. So just like as in your story, now the products are very substantiated with a level of truth into the person. And I felt like that really brought along a lot more curiosity in the individual. Right. So from here, based on the interest level of the prospect, we would propose the different ways that the individual can start taking in the products. They can either just pay the full amount in being a customer and signing them up, or they can take the leap of faith and sign up as a partner and reap the benefits of membership prices. But obviously, the best case scenario, the full plunge into the business would be starting someone individual off with a manager package to get an even steeper discount and immediately start getting the commissions and all the benefits that comes with being a manager. So so this is for the one-on-ones that I try to stress upon new team partners. But a lot of times, these new team partners are gonna need two-on-ones, and these two-on-ones are, the well-versed individual in the business, along with a new team partner. And having that two-on-ones with a brand new person, bringing them into the business. So for me, the two-on-ones were actually more crucial for us in building our team and expanding our business a lot more quickly. So the use talk demo, using the products, talking while doing the demonstration. This is really truly bringing in the full experience in the individual, and we've only seen the positive effects of the Fitline products already working in them as we're really speaking through this. So the key part in these two-on-ones are the new team partner really edifying the more seasoned sponsor to this new individual. This edifying really would bring about that source of command and knowledge within the company and the products, so that everything would seep into that individual even deeper. And for us, obviously we're not just we don't take this business as just a local business. We started in New Jersey, but we also have a team, and my brother in Boston. We also have teams in Atlanta. We have Florida. We have Puerto Rico, all Korea. We're international. So with that comes the need for remote meetings. So we use, just like what we're doing here right now with Zoom, for the two-on-ones as well. And so everything with the use talk demo and the two-on-ones while edifying the sponsor, now that we're in the stage we are right now with the remote meetings, that's been just as crucial as a third step for us in growing our business, right? So once we have that set in place and an individual either comes as a customer, whether they come as a customer, a new team partner, or as a manager, that is going to lead us to step 4. Now, this is the other thing. Let's say we sign the individual up. Yes, now we can really truly celebrate the initial victory, but we can't revel in this too long, because this is literally just the beginning. This is pretty much the inception of where your work begins, that individual, right? Now, everything comes up with follow-ups. You need to constantly follow up with your new distributor or customer once they receive their products. That means you have to be on top of them and you calling them to make sure they receive their products. Although the company is going to be taking care of all the logistics of that, you are essentially you're representing the company and making sure they got the products and showing that you care. For me, it might seem funny to express it this way, but I look at it as you really have to baby this initial customer and guide them in every step of the way. You have to make sure once they get the products that they're taking the products properly, taking it at the optimal time and optimal measures of what they're taking. This is where you can start really asking them questions on how they feel. And sometimes they don't know how to answer that. So for me, what's been very pivotal in getting a lot more clarity from them is I guide them on their progress. And I really guide them in feeling out how they're feeling and seeing how their improvements are throughout the process. And the thing is, everybody has different reactions and has different time frames on when they truly see greater improvements. So it's very important to really feel out each individual and have a very customer service oriented approach with everything. If they're noticing any improvements, ask them a simple question as to, hey, do you know anybody that in your life or somebody that you love that can benefit from these improvements that you're feeling as well? That's a very powerful question because that really invokes upon, wow, if this is doing this for me, now I could, these individuals start thinking about who else they can talk to right off the bat, which kind of coincides with what Itam just spoke about with the contact list, right? I actually started incorporating the new products into these individuals as well. Once they start feeling improvements and the efficacy on certain products, that's when you can kind of subtly and also start ingratiating them with the new products. Like, for example, when Men's Plus came out, obviously almost everyone in my organization was taking activized Restorate power cocktails. But with the men specifically, I would give them calls just to, not only get an update on how they're feeling, but also incorporating these Men's Plus, the necessity on how these products is going to improve their life, like it did for me, right? So all these steps, these are going to convey to the new prospects on how much you care. And essentially, you're taking accountability for them trusting you, embarking on this journey with you in your organization, right? It really comes back to being genuine in your wanting to help people, which is what started this business for us, our genuine wanting of helping people. So once you establish the rapport and efficacy of the products, then I start introducing them to the business of PM. Now we can start opening their eyes to the awesome infrastructure that PM has to offer. We're essentially ingratiating them, not just with the products and Fitline, but into the world of PM with us and what we see. And, truth be told, these incentives that PM had to offer, they're one of the main factors that helped me recruit my brother into the business. Not only am I buttering him up with all these compliments, but when I gave him the rundown of all these other incentives that not only the commissions, but also like the incentives that we discussed about, the travel, all the trips that are offered by the company, that's really what I saw the spark in his eyes, right? So, Ethan, do you want to elaborate on what PM has to offer with some of these incentives?
Definitely. So PM really does make life easier for us, us team partners, with their brilliant incentive programs. From the many trainings that the company offers to the traveling, we even have a BMW card program, right? With a minimum level of IMM, you're entitled to receive a company car bonus in accordance with your current marketing level, right? I mean, think about that. You get a chance to drive off in a new BMW. Now, I know Richard is eyeing the new X5, and I'm currently looking into the X3s myself. So hopefully by the next presentation that we have, we can update this with some of the cars that we'll be having thanks to PM. But the true magic in this is that once you start to strategically utilize this, right, and start to incentivize your group's goals in line with PM's incentives, your group will organically start hitting like the right metrics that will propel your team to the next level. Early this year alone, we have some great incentives such as the Step Up Challenge and the sponsored competitions that are going on. It's creating a lot of excitement and honestly some great kind of friendly competition within our own group too, right? And so, we briefly talked about the many traveling opportunities and that we were able to take advantage of through the great incentive programs. We just came back from a trip to the Vegas Americas Conference. The events, honestly, this past trip to Vegas was my first PM company event, and how this past Americas Conference changes and added more drive for the business was really game changing. I had a great time meeting other leaders from all around the world, and I was fortunate to gaining insights from the business from our PM leadership and able to see where our company is headed on a bigger macro level. It was also a great opportunity to get to know the other members of my group. Richard said we have many team members internationally. I was able to meet our team members from Canada finally, right? And I was able to meet my generational sponsors from Korea too at these events. So, for this year, Randy, I know you made it a point, but we're working diligently to attend the 2024 World Tour in Marrakesh, Morocco. We're going to try to make it to Florida, Germany, and all the various future events scheduled for the year. These events are essential to your business, and it really helps regalvanize your excitement and drive excitement in the business for the group. The last part of building a successful team would be about the coaching, right? And I'll hand it back off to my sponsor / coach, Richard, to talk a little bit more about that coaching aspect of team building.
It's always awesome and funny to hear a coach coming from your older brother, but I like it. And like I said, I think I could get used to this quite often. So yeah, to talk about coaching, I think that's one of the most important aspects of our roles as sponsors to our team in whatever way possible. So in doing so, for me personally, I try to make myself available to our organization as much as I can in doing a lot of two-on-ones. And in doing so, I'm really hoping that the team partners or the managers in our organization, they can kind of mimic and, or maybe put their own twist to however they're viewing how these two-on-ones are going. And all that's doing is you're really empowering these members in your group, right? So you can see it as these two-on-ones, you're being at their service to bring more people into the organization, right? So for me, coaching, that is the number one action that I see as the most important coaching. But this support also helps your downline feel like they aren't alone in this journey, right? Obviously, like my brother was saying, there's going to be a lot of roadblocks and rejections when you're embarking on this journey. But this support is what helps them overcome all these feelings of doubt and disappointment that they come across. So although I get to work and get strength from my team, I would like to also say and give credit to my coach, not only my sponsors, but one of the most important coaches and mentors I have on my side in Randy, who is the Northeast director, who is in charge of all our organization groups. He's been there for every step of the way, and more importantly, or just as important, every stage metric that we've hit and that we're hitting, and we're obviously evolving in our business as well. He's actually one step ahead of us in anticipating these growth and preparing us for these new endeavors that we're going on. So, shout out to Randy. Thank you for all the coaching that you're doing for us as well. So coaching is definitely going to be the most sustaining aspect of your group. All right. So, Itam, if you can just help summarize the 5 steps that we just shared, and then I guess we can go into the questions afterwards to conclude the call.
Certainly. Now it's hard when asked to kind of encapsulate how to be successful in this business in under an hour, right, in the 40-minute mark. But hopefully, even if anybody on the call can take like one or two tidbits of information, right, and kind of tips from some of the things that our group has found success with, right. And so just to kind of summarize the 5 keys to success, right. The first key, your why, right. As we said, this has to be the driving force behind why we're in the business, right? Health, financial, social, whatever it is that ignited your passion with PM and the products, make sure it's crystal clear to your prospects, right? and they will be able to connect with them. This strong why will be the driving force behind your grind, right? Why you're here on a Thursday night listening to some random guy, talk about this business, right? Second key to success is going to be contact lists. Right? Now, rolling up your sleeves and getting down to the business of things. Right? Just remember, we are just here to help others, right? And really be ambassadors for the business, for PM. As mentioned before, it's a mindset, right? Ultimately, we want to create customers and team partners. But with our group, at least, we approach our prospects with the mindset of really helping them achieve whatever they want to achieve with the help of PM, whether it be health, wealth, time freedom, right? Just know that you should have the utmost confidence with this business. We really have the ultimate products and best in industry compensation. With this mindset, the second key to success, creating your list and taking action on your list, should be easier to navigate. The third key to success is the appointment. As Richard said, utilize the buddy system. Use technology to your advantage, right? Rely on our products. What really made our transition into our PM business the easiest was the products. The products literally sell themselves. We have a responsibility to really show people how wonderful our products are and how our products and business can change people's lives. The fourth key to success is a customer conversion to team partner, right? And it's all in the follow-up. I've fallen into this trap in the past, right? When I first started, I thought that contacting and appointment setting was the hardest, right? And once you get over that hurdle and you have your first sign up, I thought it was over, right? I'm a millionaire, right? Right off the bat, right? That's not the case, right? The success is in the follow-up. Remember the tips Richard gave on the follow-up, right? With experience, you should be able to convert your customers into team partners. Fifth key to success is building a successful team. The key to this is to truly guide your team by coaching them and giving them all the tools they need to succeed, right? We're in this together. If they don't succeed, you don't succeed, right? Use the many trainings, events, and incentives the company has in place to help you succeed and make those markers, right? Whether it be the online trainings, in-person training, events, really push and utilize these to your advantage, right? We've always approached the business with a mindset of helping people, and in turn, we take the same approach to our business. The group has seen great success with it, and it's just being genuine with everyone that we encounter. And so, those are the 5 key steps to success that our group has seen. And Richard, do you have any closing remarks or anything you want to add?
Yeah, so I want to actually extend the gratitude to Denzel as well, who is Director of Sales for the South. And obviously we have teams in the South, so I've actually spoken with, and we met in Las Vegas as well, right? So, Denzel's been crucial in helping our organization grow in the South as well. And also Toned, who's helped us expand our team in Canada and the West Coast. So I want us to reach out the extra gratitude to the other directors. But I just want to say one thing regarding as a closing statement. I feel like we are all given the tools needed to succeed in this business. Right? We have not only the proprietary and exclusive products that PM has, the Fitline products. We also have the top tier commission plan. We have amazing leadership with great incentives, right? we are in a great moment in time right now in this business, not only where we are from the standpoint of 2024, but also where the PM business is heading towards. I feel like all these infrastructure has been set for us through Mr. Sorg and all the leaders in PM International. And more importantly, we have the chance to expand here in this land of America, the land of opportunity in the Americas, right? Success is here for your taking. And as Denzel said just before, the time is now. So let's all go for it. Let's try to grasp everything and take what we can with everything. All right.
Exciting time right now. Exciting times in the business.
Very exciting
Really,
times.
truly.
I think that's how we always start and end our conversations with anybody in leadership that really knows what's going on here. It's very exciting right now. So yeah, again, thank you everybody for your time. Thank you, Denzel, for hosting. And this is, we want to conclude the conclusion.
All righty. Well, thank you. Love the energy and the excitement. And as you guys heard, I don't think there's anything else I have to add on. We have the key to success. We have the path. We see the results and the excitement that we have. We cannot stay with that excitement. We have to share this with everyone. And like you guys heard, I always repeat it, the time is now, because truth be told, the time is now. So exciting times ahead, and create your own future, and let's reach new heights together. If you have any questions or anything you want to add on, you have already a thank you here from David. As a matter of fact, Randy was also connected. He messaged me personally, so he's super grateful and excited for what you're doing here at PM International, and excited to see you both's growth as well in this year, because I know you guys have big goals to achieve this year, as well as everyone on this call. So thank you everyone for joining. If there's no questions, I believe we'll conclude with this call, and excited to have you speak at our soon to be another workshop, and we can share more different keys to success in order for us to see that incredible result that we're expecting in a short, medium, and long-term results. So with that being said, thank you once again, Richard and Itam. We're super grateful. Oh, look at that. Thank you so much from New Zealand. That's awesome. So
Wow.
New Zealand, yeah, like you said, international business.
Amazing. Amazing.
All righty. All righty. Well, thank you everyone that was connected tonight. We're always excited to share the keys to success. Always remember, every week we're having a business opportunity as well. So take advantage what PM International is putting in the table for you to become successful. And just truth be told, let's leave the excuses on the side and let's get to work. All righty. Well, have a fantastic evening, and thank you everyone for joining. Bye-bye for now.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.